Ted Hawkins at the new FM 101.9, Southern California's album Alternative. Track from his album The Next 100 Years, that one called Strange Conversation. Good work on the album, Ted. Sounds really good. These guys you played with on this record, are these the same folks who played with you on your previous records for Rounder?
No, these professional guys.
As opposed to amateurs? I thought they sounded pretty good on your early records. Hey, it was
but it ain't them though.
True. It was voted which one of those records was best album of the last
Watch Your Step, I think it was.
Yeah, great record. You can frequently be seen, actually, or I don't know if you're still doing it, but the Venice Beach thing.
Well, no, because my plate is full now. I have quite a bit of things to do, and I don't have time now to do it. The people who used to stand before Ted Hawkins when he was on the beach and listen to him.
Before we get into this, where were you doing this? Like, what was your spot?
Venice Beach.
Specifically, do you remember? Was it?
It was Thornton.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thornton.
And
that's way down, way down past the beach house.
And what were your hours? Like, would you get out there
from 10 o'clock until around 6 in the evening?
And I assume you'd bring home some money.
A little bit.
Yeah. About how much?
Oh, maybe about 100 and something.
A day?
Well, I don't know what you would say a day, because I didn't work for 2 days. That's Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's still not bad.
Well,
so anyway, you were saying you don't...
Sometime 100 and sometime 50. You know, not chicken feed.
And so you were saying you don't have time to do that anymore.
Well, I've got so many things to do now. I've got to be here, and I've got to go to Amsterdam, Hamburg. I've got to go all over the East Coast. I've been all over the East Coast already, and for some reason they calling me back, you know, from all those places. You know, and I've got a lot of other places in the pot: Dublin, Brussels, you know, Germany. And then I've got to go to Australia. So,
gee, how awful for you.
My plate is full. I don't have time to go to Venice Beach.
We'll have to do the return engagement though one of these days. Mm-hmm. How does playing on the beach though prepare you to make a record?
Well, playing on the beach gives me the stick with it. You know, that kind of stick. You know. And you got to go over and over and over and over again in the record department. You've got to do it again, Ted. Try it again, Ted.
Oh, when you're making a record.
You know, and on the beach, over and over again, you know, all day long, you know, helped me and gave me my stamina that I need.
One of the things I noticed about you when I saw you play live at a club a few months ago was that your voice is just incredibly loud. Is that something, and a beautiful voice, but it's very loud. You project like very few singers. Is that something that was a direct result of playing outside for so long?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I had to call the people from a long, long distance. You know, in fact, there was lots of competition out there. The people passed by 25 or 30 other buskers before they get to me, and they be singing their hearts out. So I said, my God, I'm going to have to go one step beyond singing here, because I can see how those people are treating them. And by the time they get to me, I got them.
The song we heard from the album was Strange Conversation. You wrote that song, and I guess you're going to do another original now for us live?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What are we going to hear, Ted?
I'm going to do... I'm going to do Green-Eyed Girls. Kind of hard for me to remember. I got a slight cold, so you guys got to kind of bear with me.
Green-eyed girl, why don't you notice this brown-eyed boy? I'm having dreams of you, green-eyed girl. Can't help but notice me noticing you noticing me. I wish I was here yesterday evening when you walked by. Nobody told me, green-eyed girl, green-eyed one, how you make it, I just don't know. You work night and day for money to give to the poor. You're distant as Pluto, colder than Saturn above. Stout-hearted girl, cruel and mysterious, soft in your heart to him who's serious. Green-eyed girl, green-eyed one, how you make it, I just don't know. You work night and day for money to give to the poor. You're distant as Pluto, colder than Saturn above. Stout-hearted girl, cruel and mysterious, soft in your heart to him who's serious. Green-eyed girl, green-eyed girl, green-eyed girl, green-eyed
Ted Hawkins live at FM 101.9. I could probably drop my pen again if I really worked on it. That sounded good, Ted. You know, one of the things about your tunes is that they can be rather, melancholy and sad, but at the same time they feel really up and happy.
Yes.
I
don't
have an
understand
idea.
that. I guess it's because that the new sounds and songs that emerge out of my soul are inspired by divine sources. That might be the reason.
You have a unique way of playing the guitar. I want to point this out because if you haven't seen this, it's unusual. It's you're wearing a glove, sort of Michael Jackson style.
No, Michael Jackson have my style. I'm the oldest. I was wearing a glove.
How does that work? How can you play guitar with a glove? Your right on your left hand.
Well, you
the
see,
one we have the finger with.
I don't pick the guitar. I strum it, and strum it. I have to crossbar and squeeze, and this crossbar and then squeezing with my middle finger, that brings great pain unless I have a cushion.
And the glove is the cushion. Mm-hmm. You've had kind of a rough life. I mean, if you don't mind discussing this for a few minutes before you play another song. I understand you never really knew your dad.
I never knew him, period.
And you left school early.
Well, they ran me away.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. The teacher said, go home and tell your mother to clean you up, or don't you come back.
What were you doing? The
Well,
gutters?
I smelled. I was a bedwetter, and I smelled. I stink. They used to call me a dirty junior. Okay, and I didn't realize what was happening. Why? All my life, it's been that way, one way or the other, and I've hardened up to that kind of treatment. It made a man out of me.
You ended up in jail too at age 15, and then in and out over the years. What was that like?
That made a man out of me. Everything, every knock is a boost. I'm more at my best when my back is against the wall. You see, when you are a child and you don't have nobody to say, "Don't touch that. That's hot," you apt to get burned sometime.
There was no one to say, "Don't touch it."
Don't do this and don't do that. Like the kind of parents you had. They did all the right things.
Well, some of them.
See, everybody didn't have that type of a luxury when they grew up.
And you were growing up in Biloxi.
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Another song?
Another song? All right.
What are we hearing?
I was thinking about singing The Good and the Bad.
What's behind this one? This is one of my favorites off the record, and I just wanted to.
Yeah, this is to all the women, all the women. You know, I wrote this for my wife. You know.
Living is good when you have someone to live with. Laughter is bad when there's no one there to share it with. Talking is bad if you've got no one to talk to. Dying is good when the one you love grows tired of you. Sugar is no good once it's cast among the white sand. What's the point in pulling the gray hairs from among the black strand? When you're old, you shouldn't walk in the fast lane. Oh, ain't it useless to keep on trying to draw true love from that man? He'll hurt you, yes, just for the sake of hurting you. And he'll hate you if you try to love him just the same. He'll use you and everything you have to offer him. On your way, girl, get out and find you someone new. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. He'll hurt you, yes, just for the sake of hurting you. And he'll hate you if you try to love him just the same. He'll use you and everything you have to offer him. On your way, baby, get out and find you someone new. Da
Ted Hawkins, live here at FM 101.9. Thanks for stopping by. Sounded great. No shows in the area this week, but you live in L.A. now, or you have, and you continue to live in L.A. now, so you'll be playing a gig for us eventually. October, November. Okay. Ted Hawkins, so we'll certainly let you know when you can catch Ted live in the area. But right now you're off to Europe.
Yes, I got to go to Amsterdam.
Oh, boy, that's
Hamburg, Dublin, Brussels. Yeah.
Terrible. You looking forward to it?
Oh, yes, I'm ready for it, man.
So things are going a little bit better these days for you than they were,
Better
let's
now
say,
than
20 years.
than it ever been going before. You know, I don't understand it.
I do. It's great to hear. Thanks for coming in again.
Thank you for this opportunity.
We will talk to you soon. Nicole Sandler is next. I'm Mike Morrison. Let's see, it's about 12 minutes in front of 10 o'clock, and I think we have some band music here at FM 101.9.